Topic, Part 1, Magnitude of Adjustment. Produced by Black Bottom James at BKK Productions. Theme, Jesus is real. Please subscribe and prepare to be amazed and astonished. The important aspect of this life is to be totally, entirely grounded in your beliefs in the origins of this life. This is essentially important to your progression in every issue, subject and summarization of all things occurring. The sooner your ability to focus, survey and convey an assumption, the more stability, progression and knowledge will offer an understanding and insight for comprehension for logic and reasoning. Without having a foundational belief, there are other interpretation or discernments available having the ability to sway, misinterpret or provide misguided, deceptions and disingenuous methodologies wrongly leading to unmerited philosophies and principles of divisive and disruptive principles devised to erroneous, faulty and inaccurate information and data. In order to maintain stability, there must be a core of beliefs supporting each phase, movement and element redefining, sustaining and validating every aspect of your beliefs. If there can be found errors or faults in any characteristic or attribute, then move on, it is not viable. The foundations must be authenticated and expressly confirmed in the affirmation of each element of your belief. Not stating there will be all things completely comprehended, but the essentials, fundamentals, principles, foundation must maintain and carry on the truth, yet, above all is plausible, credible and acceptable. This is all important, as every human on this planet is being targeted for deception, deceit and trickery. There is a power at work attempting to corrupt and distort your world into believing a lie to keep you from unveiling the truth by always placing a false narrative in your midst to deceive your thinking, rational and overall philosophy in so many subject areas, negating the real truth, providing misinformation. For example, evolution is scientific theory characterizing the change of the biological population over successive generations in the expression of genes from parent to offspring. There is God in this scenario of events. This is an attempt to keep man from discovering and identifying his real identity from a trinity of creation. This life is all about the journey we are all traveling for attainment of riches, happiness, peace, success, adventure, career, extreme engagements or whatever we have determined to be most important in meeting our needs or meeting the needs of others we have concluded needs exceed our own personal requirements or some still searching to discover their own self-identities. Regardless, we are all here inhabiting one great planet, as a participant, component or an appendage either contributing to a society or a burden of society. These are all important designators of your representation and stature, as a resident of Earth, embodying your persona and the characterization defining and identifying your perception by others, which is sometimes accurate or goes without have any bearing upon the individual. Most importantly, we are on a prescribed mission, not randomly chosen but having specific and detailed duty requirements of interaction, engagements and collaborations on a designed path of encounters either directly or indirectly linking correlations to all others residing on this planet. It is not a basic or fundamental connection but an intertwinement, entangled and interweaved leviathan of actions actively moving and arranging the events of this world. It is this interactions between people, places and subject matter is the reason for all activities of our societies. The engagements of every man and woman has an impact, influence or some degree of significance affecting another person, either known or unknown, great or small, but some magnitude of adjustment. The greatest gift for mankind is the development of a relationship between each other, with the infusion of diversity of peoples being such a great asset to humanity, resulting in prodigious anthropogenic activities, perhaps, with different rates of growth of cultural development but in different disciplines. However, as these regions and territories encounter and intermingle, ideas, philosophies and theories can be shared in concepts and designs, raising the awareness and consciousness of each culture. Regretfully, this was the path chosen by some of the most industrialized countries during the 19th century, using their technological advances of their military, overpower less industrial countries in controlling and plundering the resources of the targeted countries through force and intimidation or the expansion of their empires for wealth, power, and control. Interaction was very one-sided, at times, with the conqueror being the primary or only beneficiary of these inequitable links. Interaction comes in so many different scenarios, some in diverse encounters, such as rebellions, insurrections, war, slavery and many others conflicts, yet, there is always some good in the bad. In many cases, some are not horrific but needed changes. Conversely, there must be a realization a mastermind of evil is prompting most of these hostilities, and he is our enemy. We must not forget, there is a battle between good and evil on this earth, with man being the target, as he is loved by his Creator, whereas the enemy knows what he does to man, is all to hurt God, the Father. It is the same tactics man uses. If I can't get to you, I will hurt those you love. However, the Father is infrangible, omnipotent, and all-knowing. Nothing the enemy can do will be a surprise or something he doesn't have a specific response for. His overall use and his plans, using all things the enemy does in making something great and wonderful happen. This is an attempt in falsifying the reality of the truth to mislead and misinform the discovery of the truth, keeping mankind blinded with delays and deception, warping progression in the wrong direction away from where we need to be. There is another paradigm, another problem, but this is the truth to place your trust and faith because it is proven.